So I'm going to start recording these monthly, or hopefully twice a month. The new moon and full moon is coming up. The next full new moon is in Scorpio. I feel like Scorpio season's always a good fucking time to get a little bit of a couple readings, because it can be surprising. At least for me, it's been surprising. Very interesting. I think the moment that we move into Scorpio, crazy fucking dreams, and I'm like, damn. I don't even know if my subconscious has beef with me or like what is going on, but she's getting weird as fucking dreams. And the format that I'm gonna be doing is gonna be quite short, only about less than 20 minutes, hopefully. 3 cards from my deck, my Divine Tarot of the Divine deck, which is basically in the traditional Rider-Waite format with the major arcana and the different outsuits of the elements. Don't mind the biting sounds, my sisters. And one from my Zen Tarot deck, because I think it's just a great way to end or start. They have just beautiful writing in it. I just like to read from them because it just has a nice calming tone for the reading. I'm gonna make another video on collective readings, so how to accept a collective reading and how to get what you need from them. Because obviously if I'm doing a reading like this, it's not gonna be like personalized for every individual reading this. That is gonna be like, I'll talk about it more in the video, but it's gonna be more of like, you take what advice suits you, you take what doesn't, and whatever's for you will be for you, whatever isn't. So as I've learned so far, the new moon in Scorpio, it's gonna be about a lot of shadow work. I'm doing 4 cuts today. Let's get back outside. Hopefully soon I can get a format where you guys can see me and see the cards, because I would really love that. But we're just starting, so one thing at a time. Maybe this one's wrong. That tastes good. So we're gonna start with the tarot card. I'm gonna read that out for you guys, and I'm gonna go on with the reading, which is just for me. Oh, I've never gotten this card. What was I just fucking talking about? What was I just fucking talking about? Dreams. The dream. You can see, I'll let you guys get a good look at it. I've never gotten this card before. But here I am explaining, well, more like complaining about my dreams being fucking weird. And here she is. She said, okay, I see you, girl. And this is a water element card, it seems. So it has to do with the emotions. To start, let's take a deep breath. Okay, I'm back. I just came to stop. I was shouting. So, some enchanted evening, you're going to meet your soulmate. The perfect person who will meet all your needs and fulfill all your dreams. Right? Wrong. This fantasy that songwriters and poets are so fond of perpetuating has its roots in memories of the womb, where we are secure and at one with our mothers. It's no wonder we have hankered to return to that place all our lives. But to put it quite brutally, it is a childish dream, and it's amazing we hang on to it so stubbornly in the face of reality. Nobody, whether it's your current mate or some dreamed of partner in the future, has any obligation to deliver your happiness on a platter. Nor could they, even if they wanted to. Real love comes not from trying to solve our neediness by depending on another, by developing our own inner richness and maturity. Then we have so much love to give that we naturally draw lovers towards us. This has been said again and again, down through the ages. All the religious people have been saying this. We come alone in this world, we go alone. All togetherness is illusory. The very idea of togetherness arises because we are alone, The loneliness hurts. We want to drown our loneliness in relationship. So why we become so involved in love. Try to see the point. Ordinarily, you think you have fallen in love with a woman or with a man because she's beautiful. He is beautiful. That's not the truth. The truth is just the opposite. You have fallen in love because you cannot be alone. You are going to fall. You are going to avoid yourself somehow or another. And there are people who don't fall in love with women or men. Then they fall in love with money. They start moving into money or into a power trip. They become politicians. That too is avoiding your aloneness. If you watch yourself deeply, you will be surprised. All your activities can be reduced to one single source. The source is that you are afraid of your aloneness. Everything else is just an excuse. The real cause is that you find yourself very alone. Damn. Why you kind of eat this up? Well, that one was very on the nose for me specifically. I feel like when I'm going to be giving these readings, I feel like it's very important for me to take it with an open heart towards myself too. Because everything I'm saying, why is it as fuck? And even my dreams were about past lovers and that romanticization of that ideal love. I think him talking about, the author talking about, this idea of being comfortable with your aloneness. And the aloneness stemming from a mother wound, in a sense. Because, in a sense, birth is traumatic. I was talking about this with a friend at one point. It was probably the first trauma you ever experienced. You're ripped from the place that you were created. It's this insane separation. And a lot of us are like can't sit with ourselves, can't sit with being alone, can't sit with our thoughts for a minute without trying to run away or escape into something. Drugs, alcohol, sex, sometimes video games, anything. You could do anything. I used to find escapism through books to avoid the place that I didn't want to be in at the time. And some escapism isn't the worst. I don't think it's the end of the world to just want a little bit of reprieve from your inner world sometimes, because sometimes inside can be intense. But I think this is why meditation has become such a huge practice, especially for me. Because where else am I gonna go? Like, this is me, my mind, my thoughts, my feelings. How long can I spend avoiding myself before I'm just lost in what it is I'm doing? And I've been there. I've been in that place where the avoidance was just so comfortable for me, and I was just happier there. Happier. And in sitting, for specifically meditation, but it doesn't have to be that practice specifically. Meditation is just, I think, one of the best examples, because it's literally a practice where you make yourself sit down with all your shit and just be there. All you can do. And shit comes up. Stuff you don't want to feel comes up. And I found this insane inner strength in me. Because in me, actually just sitting there, I found that I actually have the strength to feel these things and move through them. And each time, even if I'm feeling like absolute shit, sometimes I feel worse after meditations, but I'm happy. It's so strange. Even in the discomfort, you start to realize this is not that bad. It's not that serious. And you're able to connect with yourself deeper and develop the sense of trust in your own capacity to move through difficult things. And I get what the person was saying with this thing of aloneness. But I think the aloneness is also an illusion, to be honest. This is the way I view it, because I've mostly studied from the path of yogic traditions, tantric traditions specifically. And from my point, everything is God. Everything is consciousness flowing from God. And from that sense, we literally are all connected. But through our physical bodies, our bones, our skin, we see ourselves as separate, and we aren't. You are literally never alone. And I think it also comes to say that you have everything you need. You always have everything you need. It becomes a thing more of developing that trust in the fact that you are okay. You know? I'm not about to throw this cup first because this one's attracting me. Whew. Here's the 5 of coins. So I think the Scorpio season, especially as we move into the winter times, actually want to make sure you can get a good look at that. So we got some winter imagery. We got a girl by herself. And then we have the coins in the window. It's like has this one flame and she's trying to keep herself warm. And she's sitting outside of a church with what seems to be a church at the very least. A symbol of power, authority, and in a sense wealth, because the stained glass windows, actually not cheap. They invest money into that. And she's just outside of it and she's freezing. This card speaks to me of a need. Perhaps a need in the physical world that is being unmet. It makes you feel like maybe you're starving, you're poor. It could be financial poverty. It could be maybe honestly just a basal physical need that's not being met. You're not taking care of within yourself. That's causing you to suffer and to feel, in a sense, I guess, poor. I know the manifestation money TikTok girlies will be like, poverty is a mindset. And in a sense, it is kind of a mindset. You view yourself. How you view yourself and how you take care of yourself reflects back onto the way the world views and takes care of you. Stuff like, I take care of my body because I love it. I want to feel good in my body. And not just good, I want to feel safe in my body. In order to do that, I need to be able to look at what I do have around me and make that fucking work. Say I may not have money for a gym membership, but be outside. You can go outside. Go for a freaking rock. Start running. I took up running and Pilates. I had a laptop. I have running shoes. I can go for a run. I can go for hikes. But I think in a sense this card may be calling us to also make do with what we have. Because I think in a sense our reprieve is right around the corner. She's right outside the building, a warm building. She just needs a way to get inside, you know. Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords, I think. It talks about a feeling of being trapped mentally within yourself in a sense. She's surrounded by these swords. She's sure her cloak is pinned down. But she can take off her blindfold, the thing covering her eyes. And she can get up if she wanted to. She has room to do that. But she's so trapped within herself that she doesn't even see this as an option. So I think this is a thing of feeling trapped within your mind, feeling like sometimes your mind is turned against you in a sense. But you also have to recognize that, first of all, you are not your thoughts. You are not your emotions. You have thoughts, you have emotions, you have feelings, but you're not them. You're the one experiencing them. So, in a sense, you have control over what you choose to attach to, what you choose to give your power, and what you choose to give your energy to. There's absolutely no need for your mind to be controlling you. You are the owner of the mind. And I think that also comes back to this thing of the being okay with your aloneness and being okay with working into a sense of self-mastery where you can feel comfortable with your mind even when you're out in this space of turmoil, even when you don't feel like you have enough. The Ten of Swords, the sword cards, a mental thing. So I think our card obviously talks about betrayal. I think we talk about heartbreak in this quite a bit. And I feel like those two go together because it's like, in this image, very visible, very warning. My guy's in the water, his hands are getting cut off, fingers getting cut off from where he's trying to get in. He's been betrayed. He's heartbroken. There's a sense of loss. This feeling of drowning. I'm pretty sure this is the last card in this sword suit. And it's not the happiest ending. It also tells us what happens when we aren't able to master ourselves. We let our minds run the game. We lose control over ourselves. And in a sense, so our minds turn against us and cut us off, literally, from where it is we want to be, our current reality, our present moment, whatever you want to say about it. And it's been pretty heavy so far, so, but it's also Scorpio. This is what Scorpio is. Scorpio is dealing with your fucking shadow. It's fucking the intensity, the scariness, and sinking into that and getting okay with that. Because it doesn't feel fucking good. I will tell you. I'm about to go meditate after this. Sometimes I don't look forward to it. Sometimes I'm literally like itching at my skin to get off of that seat. But I know I'm gonna fucking sit there because where else am I gonna go? This is my body. These are my feelings. These are my thoughts. If I can't sit with them, where the fuck else am I gonna go? That's the thing. Like, you learn how to. That's self-mastery. You do it because you need to. This goes for almost everything. If you're trying to create something for yourself, whether that's a better sense of well-being, when you want to get the grades, when you want to get your money, you gotta get comfortable with the discomfort. You gotta get comfortable with waiting, not knowing, just sitting in the trust of yourself in the universe, and just sometimes just letting shit happen and putting work in the ways that you can. Because I'm gonna use school for example, because that's very relevant to me. I want my 90s, I want my 95, I want my 97s, I want my 96s. And if I'm not acting like someone who's gonna get 90, who's not getting a 96, then how the fuck am I supposed to expect to get the grades that I want, the results that I want? Like they said, it's like you're expecting this dream partner to come, provide you with all that love and happiness you need, whatever. But in a sense, you shouldn't be stoking this feeling of aloneness, but you should be stoking this feeling of fullness, so love comes pouring out of you. And when the right person is, I don't know, will come to you at the right time. And that's all you can do. And like I was saying with the school example, is that if you want something for yourself, you need to act like it. I know I want this so and so. I'm in my 90s. I'm an A+. I don't accept anything below a 90. So if I got 87, I'm upset about that. And it's not even a thing about a lack of gratitude, because I'm fucking grateful, because I'm grateful to be getting good grades, obviously, always, because I work fucking hard for them. But it's also in a sense where I'm not going to accept less for myself, because I think I should deserve just enough to love, and the way I view myself, and the way I love I have for my future, and the life that I'm building for myself is beyond that. So I want more. So if I get 87, I'm sad about it. I'm not depressed, I'm not miserable, I'm not gonna go quiet about it. But I hear that as I need to fucking work harder. This is something I'm struggling with. I'm gonna look at my fucking midterm reviews. I'm gonna learn everything that I need to do. Make lists, study fucking harder. Because I want more, I have to act like it. And the last card. Got the 8 of Wands. These cards have been showing up for me like crazy. Either that or I'm shuffling terribly. But the 8 of Wands is, we know the wands are the fire, swords are air elements, coins are earth. So we got air, fire, earth, and we got water with this guy. We got all the 4 elements. And I think the 8 of Wands, I think it reminds you that you are a creative force. You're literally a creative force of energy. You're a creative force of life itself. And that through going through some of these hardships, this is what with the realization of this card, you know your baseline. Maybe this is what perhaps this, for this collective, this is what we're struggling with in particular. perhaps around romantic love, perhaps around escapism, and wanting to avoid feelings of discomfort. We're recognizing that. We're thinking that we don't perhaps have the tools we need. And we're recognizing that we have this mindset that you don't think you have what you need to go through this, to move to this next stage. You're recognizing the ways perhaps in which you betrayed yourself, ways in which your mind has turned against you. And you're recognizing the ways in which you trapped yourself in situations that you don't necessarily need to be in. And that through that recognition, and perhaps she's, from this card, she's taking off the blindfold now. She's able to soar. And it's just like a phoenix. It's just like rebirth. It's expansiveness, it's quick growth. So I think at the end of this chapter, which for the Scorpio season is going to feel a little bit uncomfortable. So I'm saying this is what I'm thinking for Scorpio season. We're going to be moving through a lot of this stuff. Some of the heavier energies. And we're entering straight into Sag season, which is a completely different vibe. My Venus is in Sag. I love me a fucking fire sign. I love me Sages. And I think at that point, you're going to see a really huge, fast uptick in growth, emotional growth, and even I think in the physical world. I think it's also going to be a quick upspeed in spiritual development, because I think anytime you work through shadows, it's like this analogy of like, if you have a house and you've hoarded it, and like think of this house like your mind. You've absolutely hoarded it, filled with things. Something's good, something's bad. You haven't done any spring cleaning for like 10 years. How are you gonna have space for something new? So through going through all of these things of these past 3 cards, first of all, recognizing what it is you need to work on, moving through all the shadow, sitting with the shadow, being okay with it, and not necessarily trying to rush to jump and like shove it out of your body, because that always works. Sometimes it can, depending on the thing. Sometimes if it's the right time, it will. But I think sitting with it is the first thing to do. Recognizing what lessons it has for you, what you've learned from it. And then clearing it out. It will make way for new growth. So I'm going to be dropping the video this new moon, November the 1st. So happy new moon, y'all. I hope this new moon allows you to manifest new creative energy for you, new life energy for you, and beautiful, amazing spiritual development and growth. Peace and love.